Hey, welcome to the second course video for the song Home by Aurora from her album All My Demons Greeting Me as a Friend. I'm musically malnourished and you're on my journey to go deep and wide in discovering new music and artists. In these videos, we do a deep dive into the lyrics and meaning behind the music. So let's get in, see what's going on with this song. All right, this song deals with depression and how it can sometimes overcome us. How sometimes we need to numb ourselves in order to feel at home. In Aurora's words, it's not a good way of living, making yourself numb, trying to let every day pass by as quickly as possible. But at least it makes us happy for a while. We are home. Even though by numbing ourselves we can feel warm for a little while, there's no way one can live like this. This is only surviving, nothing more. You know, something that's interesting about that, and obviously we'll get into the lyrics in a moment, I love the idea too of when it talks about wrapped inside a cocoon made of flesh and bones. I do think that there's time for that, you know? Sometimes it's like if you think about an injury, sometimes the only thing that's going to heal an injury is rest. If somebody has been in an accident or undergone surgery or whatever, even those that might be in a coma or something, sometimes that's just the body having to kind of enter this period of healing. And so I think we also have to be patient with ourselves at times, that we can go through something difficult and maybe not even realize what's happening to our heart, our mind, our soul. And we think we just need to keep charging through. And there's a part of that that's like, yeah, you still have to show up to the responsibilities of your day and being able to find the strength to do that, but also giving yourself patience that sometimes you need to scale back and take the time that's needed to rest and to recover. I think that's even a form of like when you're going through grief, different stages of grief. Grief is this period of time where you might feel emotionally numb and listening to that. And so I think that's one side of this. But yeah, to be in that state for too prolonged of a period, I think that's where we begin to find maybe the, muscle atrophy happens when something's not exercised. And so in the same sense, that period of rest that's needed can begin to turn into atrophy if we're not willing to stand up and move forward when the time is necessary. And so I think that those things kind of all come into my mind when thinking about that it's not a problem at times. There are times you do need to step back. There are times you need to scale back the things that you're doing. There's the idea of running a pace in life for longevity. There will be seasons you need to push and you need to sprint and you're going uphill, but then there are times that you need to okay, let's pull it back a little bit. And I think that can sometimes be a problem in jobs, in corporate America, things like that. It's just the constant push slave driving. Whereas hopefully you have a manager, you have a boss who's willing to get in the trenches with you and help, when things are hard, but is sensitive as well as to know when to not push the team too hard. And that can be a very delicate balance at times. So let's get in and look at these verse by verse. Okay, verse 1, lost in the moment again, stuck where the road has no end, keeping the thoughts in our minds, one day life will be kind. So it is this feeling like this road has no end, and I'm thinking one day things are going to let up, one day things are going to get easier. We are not alive, we're surviving every time. We are not alive, only dreams inside our minds. Let's see what this says. When we're feeling pain and sadness, we can find it hard to truly experience life in the world. Colors are dull and experiences seem meaningless. In one breath, Aurora gives an apt description of depression and encourages her readers to hope for better days, which are sure to come. We are home. This is an interesting line. And I don't know that this gives too much insight. Many of Aurora's songs deal with the idea that with home, wherever and whatever that might be, comes peace, sanctuary, and a sense of belonging. And so the home idea, I'm wondering if that's supposed to be picturing that place of healing, right? That place that you can go to. So I don't know. Help give me a little insight from your perspective, because I want to believe that it's kind of saying that place where you can find peace, comfort, a little bit of stillness from the waves. But it's interesting in the context of the song and following the lines, what exactly she's trying to communicate by "we are home." Verse 2 says, endless days of complaints, forcing the light to our veins, keeping the hope in our minds, one day life will be kind. So this is obviously, again, just kind of like it keeps going, and you are having to force or fight this light to your veins that one day life will be kind, kind of like forcing this hope, keeping this hope in our minds. We are not alive. We are surviving every time. We are home. Wrapped inside a cocoon made of flesh and bones. Doesn't really matter where you come from. I'm assuming she's just saying this is a common experience between all humans. And maybe the idea of being wrapped inside the cocoon, a flesh and bones, it is your body. So it could be this period of being fragile, but yet there's something happening on the inside. And I think that would be an apt description, like I said, of a time of healing. There's so much that goes on within a cocoon, but it is in a very fragile state, and it, in its sense, is at home for a time until something can emerge from it. So then the repeated chorus and the bridge. Calm again. I feel warm again. I'm reborn again. I'm warm inside for a little while. I am fine. So yeah, I do feel like the idea of being home is just saying it is this place you can feel warm again. You can be reborn again. This place where you can be warm inside for a little while. And yet realizing like that's not where we can stay forever, right? That we do have to emerge from it. So that's my thought around it, that she is advocating for a time and a space of being home, a place of safety, a place of warmth, a place to heal, a place to recover, but that we do have to emerge and move back out into life. So let me know if you have any differing thoughts around that and any insight that you might want to share. I'm interested to hear, so you can drop that in the comments. Thanks for being with me for this one. Hope to see you in the next one, because we're eating good.